What happens if you are partner obsessed? We find that our feelings of security come primarily from the way our partner treats us or how your partner treats you. Nothing else makes you feel secure. You also find that you are very insecure, possessive, and clingy with the partner. If your partner disagrees with you or does not meet your expectations, it's as if life has come to a standstill. Nothing moves in your life. What about your life perspective and motivation? Well, your partner is your be-all and end-all, and therefore, much like a frog in the well, your perspective about life are his or her perspective. His or her perspective is your perspective. There is no scope to have a third perspective. And so we all know what the frog in the well misses out, because the frog thinks that that perspective from down below with my partner frog, that's the only perspective available. And the many powers that I have been endowed with, what do I use it for? Because I'm partner obsessed, I try and change my partner. Why? Because I want to be perfect together. I have been fed on a lot of romantic ideas, most of it not realistic. And you are disappointed because you keep trying for the perfect relationship. If you are partner obsessed, then how are your other relationships affected? Naturally, you see nurturing children as time away from your partner. What about relating to your parents or siblings? Well, if you are partner obsessed, then you don't make the effort to spend time with or even care for your parents or siblings. You're always too busy to even receive their phone calls or respond to their text messages, because you live in this bubble with your partner. What about friends? Well, you don't have time for friends because your partner is your best friend and there is no scope for anyone else. If you do meet your friend, it is only for tips to resolve the fight. But if your friend needs any help from you, you're not available to your friend. What about relationships at work? Well, you don't network with your co-workers. You say no to any work that involves even little travel because you cannot bear being away from your partner. So this is something to think about, because we know we have all been there. And like this person here is thinking about the relationship, in the name of love and commitment, I have gone overboard. I didn't realize that I was being partner obsessed. I feel so suffocated. I can't go on like this. What is the key to continue a committed relationship with the partner, but not
Discover
be
how it is
obsessed?
possible to have one center of wisdom and joy. Even the hen is told. How many times have I told you not to put all the children in one basket? So, why is it then we expect that only one source, either work or partner or children or money, to be our only source of security, life direction, and decisions? Even a good portfolio manager will not put all eggs in one basket. But in life, we tend to do this. So, we will discover one center of joy and wisdom that can flow into all areas of life. This center will become our source of security, self-worth, life perspective, choices, our wisdom, and definitely the source of all our powers. We often wonder that if we follow dharma, we are concerned we may not have it all. It's a valid question. Let's find out. Dharma is like a huge ocean and includes principles from A to Z. These are universal principles. And the way they reflect in different cultures might be slightly different. But all people have a need for achievement. The teenager may want to be good in sports. The 80-year-old person may want to have enough power to be able to take care of himself or herself. But the need for achievement exists at any age or stage in life. For whom is money or friendship not important? For whom is freedom not important? Freedom of speech, freedom of expression, freedom to do what you want, freedom to do what you do not want. For whom is intelligence not important? In fact, when we look at all our role models or celebrities across the world who have excelled in different fields, we find that they have more of one quality or seem to be an embodiment of that. So this is this huge ocean which we really need to look at again and assimilate. The simple principle of acceptance and achievement can flow into all areas of my life. It's important that I earn enough money as much as it is important for me to have a lot of discipline with my children, as well as show them a lot of love and affection. These principles can flow into all areas of my life. If you are like a tree, then you are sustained by the earth and the ocean of dharma. If dharma is the center of your life, then you can tick all the boxes. You can have a fulfilling career, you can have sufficient finances, definitely harmony with your partner, joyful relationships with your children, friends, and even be able to pursue your spiritual interests. Your security comes from knowing that, unlike work or partner or children, principles do not change. They don't react to anything. It's true, times change, and people change with the times. But principles do not play favorites. They don't get angry like people and treat us differently. Principles are not out to get us. Dharma is timeless, it can never die. Dharma cannot be destroyed by earthquakes or theft. We find that a lot of strangers do a lot of life-saving actions for others and reach out to others. It's a good opportunity for them to show their side of dharma. Principles are bigger than people or circumstances, and we are not bogged down in our interactions with people when we focus on this. Principles always have natural results attached to them. There are positive consequences when we are in harmony with the principles. There are negative consequences when we ignore them. This also has an angle of punya and papa, which means invisible results that ensure we have pleasant situations or unpleasant situations. So, really, by centering our life on dharma, we are creating a certain basis for harmony. Even when we reflect on our own experiences, if we try and think about our most rewarding moments in life, in different age and stage of life, if we try and think about the moments we have been very proud about, it will definitely be the moments that you have upheld dharma. It may have been perseverance, or your determination, or your achievement, or you never knew you could love another person as much as you loved your children, etc. etc. With dharma as your center, you see your life as a journey of self growth, doing the right thing, which helps everyone, and it certainly gives you the confidence to learn more and do more. Your life perspective is such that you are always guided to be able to see where you want to go and how you will get there. How do you make your decisions? Well, you focus on your facts and data. You are less reactive and far more proactive. You are objective about your life situations and look at the balanced whole. You are able to see your reaction for a reaction. You are also able to accept that you cannot accept certain things, and that's fine. Your decisions and your actions are not impulsive, they are not based on instant gratification. Your decisions and actions reflect both the short term and the long term considerations. In fact, this recent term of emotional intelligence all comes from the understanding of dharma, which is ancient. When you live a life of dharma, you proactively determine the best alternative. It's not about you or me or a particular person. It is about asking the question, what is the most appropriate thing to be done in a given situation? What can be done to help meet most people's needs in the situation? If you keep these two questions at the topmost of your decision making process, you will find that decisions are so easy to make, and the results of those decisions are very easy to handle. Your power comes from your growing understanding of the fact that dharma, while it's universal, it's also relative, and you recognize your interdependence, and you are comfortable being independent as well as being interdependent. You see the world as a field for your effective action and contribution. You're always thinking about what you can do for the world and its people because you have received so much and your heart is so open to give. The various powers that you have, the power to desire, to want, to know, to do, you claim them. You don't act helpless. You don't act powerless. And all of your life's experiences are looked at as opportunities for learning and contribution. And to learn something, you have to be willing to change your perspective. You are not threatened by change. You have a learning mind. And it's very beautiful to see that nature teaches us so much. The dharma of the tree sustains the forest because the tree is always giving and receiving to the forest. What about the forest? The dharma of the forest, in terms of the ecosystem that is created for the tree, sustains the tree. The tree and the forest are in perfect harmony. My prayer that we discover this center of joy and wisdom that lies in us, and may we always be in perfect harmony with everyone.
When you uphold dharma, then dharma flows into your life with all the principles. When you uphold dharma, then the light of dharma shines on all aspects of your life. Upholding dharma means you live a life of dharma. When you live a life of dharma, you are the light of dharma. When you live these universal principles, then all the clouds in the form of obsessions are not able to cover your brilliance. Because of your own blazing clarity, you are able to see an obsession for an obsession and deal with it accordingly. You are able to bring in universal principles into all areas of your life. It's the other way around. You bring in acceptance into all areas of your life. You bring in justice into all areas of your life. What you find is that you will always uphold fairness in your work relationships. You will ensure fairness in your personal relationships. You will ensure fairness in the context of you paying taxes and your relationship with the neighborhood, the community, the society. Because dharma is the center of your life, then everything flows from that center outward. When you bring in honesty, you're not selective about whom you're honest with. You bring that into your work relationships and you find that they thrive. I'm not being idealistic here. Any relationship demands a certain level of trust. Unless the person is really, really manipulative, then you need to have tough love. But understanding which principles apply in which context becomes very easy because you are centered on these universal principles. You are the light of dharma.